Hello there. Welcome back to another video. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I use this server for target practice. And we're going to go visit some of the zombie horde arenas. But first thing I got to do is get out of this fresh spawn suit. And I'm going to go buy a loadout from the trader. So I'll just meet you guys there. So I've decided to go with this Canadian Special Forces outfit. Everything I got here, my entire loadout, I bought here at the trader. There's also going to be a couple traders down at one of the arenas. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to show you whereabouts we go, and then I'm going to show you how the game kind of works. Basically what you do is you murder a bunch of zombies and then you let them respawn and do it all again. And it's all for target practice. And like what I'm doing is I'm going to be playing some PUBG and Rainbow Six later. So I just want to get sharp and kill a couple hundred zombies. One thing I got to do though is grab a sniper rifle before we go. And then before we get shooting, I'll show you guys my entire loadout. And then we're going to kill a bunch of zombies. Alright, let's go. So here's the map. We just open this up with the M button, and I'm just about at Helm's Deep. It is northeast from Toplin, just down the river. I used up this like empty field and made this obstacle course. It's inspired by the Helm's Deep Lord of the Rings, but instead of orcs we got zombies and machine guns. And basically I just use this for target practice basically, and after you kill a couple thousand zombies, your shot will definitely be a lot better. So I used to have this back on console, and actually I eventually was able to get a 20-man kill streak. And I posted it on my YouTube. Like I would often get 12-man kill streaks, and I would post them here on this channel like some of my older videos. And before I had this obstacle course, I would be lucky to get 1 or 2 kills. So we're just going to look at my loadout here. I got an RPK. I believe the first one was a SCAR. Here's an MBR 10. And an M14 Ranger. This is like a Stalker gun. It's a pretty cool looking sniper. But I got a bunch of different calibers, except my SCAR and my M14 are both 308. But I got one of the guns are run on 5.56 and the other one 5.45. Here's my SNAFU SCAR, and as you can see I got a drum mag and a good scope on it. I've gone with this like 10 collection. The MBR with suppressor and extended mag. RPK 1610 extended mag with custom suppressor and an EOTech optic. But look at this thing here. This is my favorite one. This is like, I'm pretty sure this is a Stalker model with a Dayz vanilla optic on top. But anyway, this is the safe zone where you can buy ammos and magazines and bandage up and things like that. And right around here, I'm leaving the safe zone. As you can see, my guy's got so much gear, I'm kind of slowed down when I go uphill. That has to do with the mods, the new stamina mod on here, so that's why he's doing that. But anyways, once you just come down here and just work on your instinct shooting as fast as you can. killing zombies without thinking, and you'll get a lot more shots off than you would if you were doing PvP. And if you look, I mean, the zombies are humanoid, so you can if you can shoot a zombie in the head, you can shoot a person. So this is just training, just for sniping. I find it works. It translates over to other games because Dayz is like one of the harder games to shoot on with the weapon sway. So I find like doing this sniping really helps my PUBG sniping because I don't got as much weapon sway on that game or other games. And you'll see I end up practicing my lean because I play Rainbow Six and PUBG, and my controls are the same with the lean, the shoot, the aim, sprint. So all this is practice for my PvP on other games as well as Dayz. And this wasn't my best round. I mean, I just did a quick couple ones just to show you. Instead of playing like a whole bunch of rounds and cherry picking my best, I just decided to upload the first ones just to give you an idea what the game is like. Like, my gameplay doesn't matter as much as just showing what the obstacle course looks like, what the zombies look like. And you just pick your shots, practice, you know, using the game mechanics. I play with a controller, so I'm always at a disadvantage on PvP, but I can still compete at times. Most of the time I get my butt whipped, but so doing this doesn't make me the greatest PvP player. Instead, it just makes me a little better, just getting the practice and actually shooting. And because I find, especially Dayz, it seems to be more of a recon game than a game that resembles, like, what's it called? Airsoft, is that what they call it? Paintball and airsoft. You know, Call of Duty is more like an airsoft simulator than an actual war game. That close quarter combat where people just run with nothing held back, no fear for their life. But here we go. See, look at, I'm practicing my lean. Just because for me, you gotta actually hold down the buttons all with my controllers, right? And it's not as simple as on the mouse and key. But anyway, just doing that will help me with peeking around corners on Rainbow Six or on PUBG. But this is something, the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at just killing the zombies. Just knowing where your bullets are gonna go before they go there. And this is something I haven't done in a little while, so I'm a little rusty, but that's okay. It's still good practice. What I'm gonna do is probably start doing this a little bit more, because I've been trying to play some more PvP. So, you know, shooting is kind of like something you got to keep working at, or it will degenerate. Your skills start to decrease if you don't keep practicing. Your brain's almost got to stay calibrated. You know, I'm just working on the hip fire. I call this instinct shooting. I'm not actually taking the time to aim. What I'm doing is just quick drawing and shooting without thinking. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's two types, like in archery. If you shoot with a modern bow, like a compound bow, you're doing precise aiming down the sights, lining up. You might even do some math depending on the distance of your shot. But traditional recurve shooting, you can't exactly do that. So what you have to do is shoot with your instincts more. You're still trying to line it up and everything, but that's sort of what I'm doing here. Is I'm instinct shooting. I'm not lining it up. I'm not doing math. And I do that with my sniping too. And it might sound silly, but eventually my brain will calibrate the distance and the drop and all that. But what I have to do is I have to shoot and miss hundreds of times before my brain will pick up where the bullets are. So maybe that's something to consider. The advantage to instinct shooting is it's instant. As you just eyeball it, you look, and then you go. In some cases, like if you got to use a rangefinder, maybe not such a big deal if you got good stealth. Like I said, that's just my style. I like the instinct shoot. Takes a long time to calibrate, but once you are calibrated, it's far more quick. It's not 100% though, that's for sure. But every time you miss is just another calibration. Yeah, so this server here came from PlayStation, and I used to always play on Blackout, but I went a couple months where I would basically just take crews on missions. Like we would go here, or we would do something called the Highway to Hell, which is like you end up killing about 700 to 1,000 zombies as a team. So eventually, after a couple months of that, my shot was so quick, I went into deathmatch and just started destroying people, because just like these zombies, you saw like how I was just shooting, not aiming down the sights, just peeking around the corners, hitting them there, hitting them here. I started doing that to people just as quick. And it all came from running this obstacle course. And you're going to want to change up your technique. I mean, this isn't going to all transfer to PvP because you need to have different stealth. You got to consider they can shoot you back. But all this is just calibrating and shooting as many bullets as you can. I don't even mind missing here, because we're just shooting for fun and getting the instincts going. I noticed Dayz's a little different. If you notice, the bullet actually cuts across. If you look, I'm on the left side of the screen. The bullet cuts across to the right side. It's not like a straight projectile. And as you can see, I gotta put the zombies on the bottom, more like in between 6 and 9 o'clock on my reticle there. If I were leaning the other way, I would change it to 3 to 6. You know what I mean? Instead of putting them in the middle, like it seems like it misses a lot more in the middle. So what you want to do is put it in between the bottom one and the left one, kind of diagonally on the clock. Like I said, on the clock, in between 6 and 9, more like right in between them both. But anyway, I'm not going to yak through this whole video. What happens is, after this round is done, what I do is I run back to the safe zone, and then they respawn. And then I just come out and do another round. And you can approach it different ways. You can set up explosives, and it's just for fun. And there's also like a leaderboard, and we give away prizes for the top winner. Can get some rare items and vehicles. So basically this is just, you know, it's all just for fun. It's usually funner the more people, but sometimes then you gotta worry about friendly fire. So, has its pros and cons, but that's usually the funnest, is when you got like a 4-man crew. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys watch the video. I didn't end up going to the second arena because it would just be too long of a video. So maybe I'll do that another time. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.